Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Thanks for tuning in. Today I wanted to do a Techo Kaigi mid-year update. I know I'm a little behind. This is the first week of July, but was the only time that I was able to film. So basically I just wanted to talk about the planners and notebooks that I started with and what I decided to keep and what I decided to not let go like permanently, but just, just set aside and make room for something different. So the first thing I wanted to talk to you about is my planner. So this is going to be this Moterm personal size planner over here. So I'm just going to go ahead and move everything aside. I'm not going to go through every single page in here. I just wanted to talk about the planner and why I was using it and why I decided to move forward. So this is the personal size, like I said, Moterm. I got this from Amazon, and I really love the fact that the Moterm planners have like multiple pen loops here. So this one is also a Moterm pen loop that I attached to the strap, which I also got from Amazon. A lot of the things in here, so it has like 3 pen loops. A lot of the things in here, like aside from the planner itself and the monthly inserts, are going to be from shops that I have purchased from over the past 10 years or so. Yes, I have started my planner game, I guess, if you want to call it, in the like maybe 2013, 14. And a lot of the shops here are from Etsy or small business owners, which I can't guarantee if they're still in business or not. So if I don't remember also where I bought it from, I won't mention it. But this is basically my rings planner. But yeah, so I've decided that well, not decided, but I've discovered that I am a monthly insert type of planner person. I think that the weeklies and the dailies, which I have dabbled into, I think a whole combination of that with my monthlies is just overwhelming for me. So I think I'm more of a monthly type of person. So I bought my monthly calendar through Amazon as well, and I just paid maybe like $8 or $9 for them. So yeah, so that's basically what I am using, or I'll let you know. But so this is, for example, let me show a blank page. This particular layout is kind of like very straightforward. You have the monthly in here, and right behind each monthly section you have like an October, or I'm sorry, like an overview of the month, and then the following page has like a to-do list for that month, and then it repeats as follows with the review and then a to-do list also for the following month. And I think that's pretty straightforward, and that has pretty much worked for me. But the only thing, I decided to just set this particular planner aside because it's chunky, and I want for my main planner, I like to take it with me on the go. So I've decided to move on to something else for that. The next thing I wanted to talk about in my lineup is my 5-year journal. So I got a 5-year journal last year in 2024, and this is by Marks, I believe, in Japan. And I got it in the A5 size only because a lot of the 3 and 5-year journals are small that I've seen are pretty small, and I wanted to be able to write a little bit more in a day. So I was pretty good. Like, so it's like the first year, second, third, fourth, fifth, and then you just keep going. And the first year I pretty much like filled it, and then second year I kind of fell behind. And at first I felt a little bad, but at the same time, I'm just like, you know what, just keep going. So I am gonna go ahead and still continue with this, you know. Life happens, and you know, just if I can write in it, I would, because I noticed that like I tend to write mostly on my main journal instead of like doing the whole daily. I can't do a whole daily situation, but and also like when I'm at work, I'm gone. I'm at work for 12 hours. I'm a nurse, and I come home and I don't want to talk about work. I have no highlights for work. So that's also kind of made me not want to, like, I guess made me neglect certain days. But yeah, I decided to just go ahead and keep this 5-year journal and see where it takes me. And then maybe if I decided to move on with another 5-year journal, I probably won't do 5. I probably would do 3, and then pick something that's like half the size. But for the most part, I'm gonna go ahead and stick with this and see where it takes me. The next notebook in my lineup will be my common planner. So this is the common planner that I am using, and I have the Coach notebook cover in this. I have an old Hobonichi notebook in here. I tried to get into Hobonichi, but like I said, I just, you know, I'm a monthly insert type of person, and with Hobonichi, it's pretty much like your life planner. I think that's what they market it as, a life planner, because you can literally track everything like in your life with this, because it has so much, like your monthlies, your dailies, note pages, your weeklies, everything. And in an A5 size, it was just a little too overwhelming for me. So I didn't want to throw it away, so I turned it into my common planner. And it just holds like different, you see like the ink swatches. It just holds like different little ink swatches in here. And when I started this, it wasn't until later that I realized that different types of inks work differently on different types of paper. How many times do I have to say different? So basically, I'm just trying to say that inks have different properties that perform differently from each other depending on what paper you use. So this is the old Tomoe River paper, which I miss. I really do miss it. But now that we've moved on from the old one to the Sanzen, I'll talk a little bit about that later. But basically, this is just to like give me a general overview of, you know, of the inks that I'm using. And this isn't all of it. So I also have some shops, the stickers or business cards that they include with my order, and I put it in here. And this also helps me keep track of the shops that I purchase from too. So instead of just writing it down, I just put it in here. And I also keep recipes in here, and I have like, I did this, which was like memories that warm my heart, like things like that. It's just my common planner. I love it. I'm gonna keep it. It's very useful for me. Now for my main journal, I have also an A5, but I have it in like a Hobonichi A5, also an old, I think this was from the Fairy Tales line. It also has the old Tomoe River paper in here, which I love. I have it housed in a Louis Vuitton A5 notebook. This was done in collaboration with Virgil Abloh and Nigo. And I absolutely love this cover. I'll be honest, I got it because of the duck. I really love this duck. I wish it was in the front, but either way, I love it. This is like the true A5 size notebook. And this was my main journal for a while. But the funny thing is, so this is just, the funny thing is like, I wanted a slimmer on-the-go planner, but I want my journals to hold more stuff. So I wanted a thick notebook for my journals because I always feel, and it has happened to me, where I ran out of pages. It was like towards, I had a month to go or so, and I ran out of pages, and I want a thick notebook. I want a thick notebook for my journals. So I decided to move on to something else. So now with my current lineup, I have my planner. This is kind of like a 2-in-1. It's a planner and a notebook inside this cover. This is the Louis Vuitton Empreinte cover in Rose Ballerine. I don't know the official name of this or size, but it does hold a B6 slim notebook nicely. And I currently have 2 notebooks in here. The first one being my planner, which is by Noli. And Noli is also a Japanese brand that has different sizes of notebooks, but they're not really labeled as A6, B6, B6 slim, things like that. They're numbered. So in order for me to kind of make it more compatible with this notebook, this was the closest B6 slim size that I could find, and I did it based off of my Midori B6 slim measurements. And what I love about this is it's exactly the same kind of system that I have from my personal size, which is the monthly system, but in a notebook form. So these are the months, and this one started in April. So I started this one in April. So let me go to like a blank page. So basically what it is you have your month, and the paper, this paper is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. It's thicker than Tomoe River paper, but it feels just as smooth, like glassy smooth. I haven't tried it on fountain pen ink yet, but I'm pretty sure it'll hold up. I don't know. It's great. So it's like I mentioned, it's just the monthly, and then behind each month, it has like a 2-page section of just blank lined paper for notes. So all the detail, I can put all my schedules here for the month, and all the details and the to-dos on this section right here, which I love. I've already filled out, like I started in April, but I didn't want to like showcase like what was inside. But and originally, like I did it, this cover comes with a pen loop because this is the cover. I have this is it right here. So yeah, it's in Noli. It's all in Japanese, but I just have like a little portable scissors here I got from Hobonichi, but it came with this clear cover and it has a built-in pen loop. And initially, I'm not the type of person to hold a pen in this particular cover because, you know, I don't want any accidents, but I like to use Pilot friction pens, the erasable pens. This is not a Pilot friction pen, but I got this, like it was like a pack of 10 in Amazon. And what it is that this is the eraser part right here. So when you write, you can erase it from like that. And so you don't push this part, the top part, to bring the pen out. You have to I use this part right here to click it open. And the nice thing about that feature is that when I put it inside my planner, I know that it hooks onto that. So when it gets pushed, this can't open. So it stays secure, but it won't accidentally open. So, and yeah, so far I love it. So I only like using like erasable pens in my planners from now on. And so the next book I have here is my dog journal. I have 2 dogs, and I got this idea from Korsaksuki Diaries, who has a pet journal as well. She has a bird and a dog that she does her memory keeping in. And I thought that was nice because I know that, you know, dogs don't have very long lives, and I want to be able to like document their lives for as long as we have them in ours. So I have this. Yeah, I just actually started. So and then this is just like a blotter paper from Coffee Monsters Co. And I have a Travelers Company notebook in here, notebook pencil board, because I wanted to kind of, it's I don't write straight, and I'm able to write straight with this, so I can put it under each page, and I'm able to write straight with it. And the reason why I don't have the gridded notebook was because I didn't want to buy a new notebook. I already had this in my stash, so, of notebooks that I haven't touched. So I said I'm gonna go ahead and use it. So that's what I have right now. And the reason, and I put it in here with my planner because then I don't forget about it. I don't forget about writing in it, because if I set it aside and put it somewhere, I probably will forget to touch it. So this, I'm held accountable to use it when I have it with my daily carry. And yes, so this is my daily carry, and it's nice and slim. And yeah, and I really love this notebook. It's soft, and it's just great. And it feels really great in the hand. It's not too big. So that's my daily carry of my planner / journal, my dog journal. And another notebook I have added is this little chunky baby right here. So this is from a company. Her name is the company is AliRyz. She is Philo Planner on Instagram. She makes these notebooks. This holds 1,000 pages. Yes, this holds 1,000 pages. The cover I got from Lauren Phelps Designs, which was specifically made for this notebook, for Ali's notebooks. And yeah, like I mentioned, this is 1,000 pages. This has the new Tomoe River paper in here, which is the Sanzen. And okay, with Sanzen paper, when they first came out and people were doing reviews on them, it looked like they performed really well. But something happened, I don't know how, when, why, that I wasn't aware of, that their paper has some inconsistencies, meaning some pages they perform well, like no bleed through, and then some pages you will get bleed through, and that's from using like the same ink or the same type of pen. So I still love this notebook. It just took a little bit of research on the different types of inks and compatible like nib sizes. For me, the fine and extra fine nibs work well because it doesn't put down so much ink, and it also depends on, I guess, the viscosity of the ink to prevent less feathering and bleed through. So it's a great notebook. Just keep in mind that it does have, it's very fickle. There are some pages where it'll perform really well, and then some pages where it starts feathering. So far, the inks that I have been using in here is the Wearing Stonecutter's Song, which they don't make anymore, and the Coffee Monsters Co. I've also used like a Diamine ink in here, a Robert Oster, ballpoint pen. Can't go wrong with ballpoint pen. You know, if all else fails, use a ballpoint pen. There's no shame in that. But yeah, I love writing this thing. I love it. I can, like I said, I'm a very long-winded writer. So when I start writing, I can keep going. And this notebook is just amazing to work with in as far as the whole being able to fill up the pages and it lays flat. Just keep in mind about the sanzen, if that bothers you and you're not sure like about the performance of the sanzen paper, then it may not be for you. But for me, I love it. I love the chunkiness of it. This is my main journal. The next one or the last one in my lineup is the Louis Vuitton Emily MM. And I got this in May. And I am currently housing also an AliRyz notebook in here, but in the standard size. So she has A5, standard, and B6 right for now. And her standard size notebook like fits perfectly in here. So she also has clear covers for this, not available in her shop, but she has the clear covers available at Lauren Phelps Designs because she collaborated with them. It's available in Lauren Phelps Designs shop, but just keep in mind that that if you do use a cover like an Emily MM, the clear cover on here won't fit in the notebook. That's why I don't have the clear cover on here. It's just the notebook itself. Now I am able, as big and chunky as this notebook is, I am able to put this in here. But you know, and it will like kind of close, but it's like it will close, and it's fine. But like let's say if I do open it up to a page and I'm writing in it, it's kind of tricky to close back. Like I have to it's tricky to close. I don't know why, like that. So I just leave it open, like not stuffed. And I don't want to force it, you know? So I just leave it like that. But yeah, so this is my faith journal. This is what I'm using as my faith journal. I actually received this cover on the day that we found out we had a new pope. I remember watching TV. I was watching, because they said the smoke was white, and I was trying to, see who the new pope was. And when they announced that he came out, shortly after, my doorbell rang and my notebook came out. My notebook was delivered to me. So I decided, I'm gonna make, that's a sign, I'm gonna make this as my faith journal. I've always wanted to start a faith journal. I just didn't know where to begin. I have never done a Bible study. I don't know the formalities of it, but this is my faith journal for my spiritual growth. And I use it with scriptures and other books that I read. So this is the only thing that I have that's completely decorated. I didn't want, oh, this is from the stamp. I should have used a blotter paper on the stamp too, but I forgot. But yeah, so yeah, this is just what I use as my faith journal. Just to give you an overview. Oh, this is this is like a little bookmark that I use. And I do have a Coffee Monsters Co. Blotter paper in here that I cut a little. I trimmed a little bit just to fit the notebook a little bit better. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'll just put this guy in there. So that is, oh, also I wanted to mention two things. I almost forgot two things that I've added. So the first thing I've added and is my financial planner. This is what I'm going to be using moving forward, meaning that I haven't filled it up yet, but moving forward, this is it. It's currently housed in a Louis Vuitton Couve Carnet GM notebook, and this is a discontinued style. I got this years ago. Was it 2016? I got this in 2016 when I was looking for a desk agenda, and I don't know why I thought this was a desk agenda. So when I received it, I was like, wait a minute, this is smaller than a desk agenda, but I decided to keep it. And it's just, and then I have, this is my mini happy planner size inserts in here, and it's going to be for my financial budgeting stuff, my kids' photos. They're not this small anymore. My son's in college. I have one graduating high school and another one entering high school. So, but I like to put their baby photos in there. The other one that I've decided to add into my daily carry is my wallet. So this is the Louis Vuitton PM Agenda and the Takashi Murakami collaboration with the Museum of Contemporary Arts. And this is the little chibi kinoko, which means little mushroom character, which I love. And I have the it's like a monthly, but it's kind of like a planner, those planner cards, those monthly planner cards, but this is like an insert form where it shows the month, and then I can just write little reminders or tidbits underneath it. That's basically what this is. And this one I got this obviously recently. This was from So Much Crafting, and she is, I believe, she just closed down her business. She shut her doors. This was the first shop that I started buying my planner inserts from back in the day. And she didn't disclose really the specifications as to why she's closing her shop, but I'm assuming moving on to bigger things. And she was having everything on her shop for sale. So I was able to get these like 12 months for like $2. So that's what I have in here. It's just like they remind me of monthly planner cards, but I can add notes to it. And then also just random sheets of lined paper that I already have. And then this are like 2 inserts that I use to hold my credit cards. I didn't put all my cards in here, but just to give you an overview, it holds 3 cards in here, and then plus another 3 and another 3, so 9. And then the zipper pocket, and 2 zipper pockets in there for coins and receipts. So yeah, and the pen loop, as you know, Louis Vuitton also has super small pen loops. I'm not using that. I do have this little itty bitty pen. This I got from Jet Pens. It's called the Auto Minimo. It's really like a purse pen. This thing is so thin, and but you know, like I said, it's perfect to like jot down things. Like this I wrote with this, and it's just a little clicker pen, you know. And I just stick it in here. I just put like some paper like here in the front to protect the leather from the rings, because I don't want to discolor it. And then the rings, the rings I changed out. These are cross rings. The original rings are just way too small. I don't think I'll be able to fit all of this in there. But yeah, I changed it into cross rings, and there's a ton of videos on how to do that. That's what I used as reference to follow when I changed out the original rings into the cross rings. Yeah, and I used a 16 millimeter cross rings in here. So this is going to be my wallet as my daily carry. So that is my planner lineup. The planners or journals that stay home are going to be my financial planner, and my main journal. That's gonna stay home. That I don't really carry that with me, and also this Emily notebook, my faith journal. These are the journals that are gonna stay home, and the ones that are pretty much that are going to be traveling with me or take with me is my Rose Ballerine Empreinte notebook and my PM agenda. These are the ones that travel with me. I can take with me in my bag and my purse, my wallet, and this. So, and my planner. So that is pretty much it as far as my current stack. And I just want to thank you. If you stuck around till the end, thank you for watching. Until next time. Bye, everyone.